What's up, guys? We're here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you my day one ending of playing Righteous Flame as my league starter, and I'm going to go over everything that you need for the build, for the campaign, all this great stuff, because this build is my league starter from now on. Okay, so first and foremost, I got to give a big shout out to my community for recommending Pox. Pox is the build that I am following, guys. This is not my build. This is not something I came up with, anything like that. Righteous Flame has been around forever, and the community told me that Pox was the Righteous Flame guy, so I am following Pox's build. And let me tell you, this has been the easiest campaign runner that I have ever played playing Path of Exile 1. I don't have many years of experience on this game, but this is like my 7th league, I think, and this is by far just the funnest build I've ever played. I wanted to play something different, and we are here on Righteous Flame. This is literally a 0-button build. There's nothing else to it. You just pop Righteous Flame and you just destroy everything. So you have Righteous Flame up, you just run around and you let Righteous Flame just do all the work, and everything just kind of dies, okay? Everything just kind of dies. And you don't even have to stay around. They're going to take burning damage and ignite damage and stuff like that. So you could just like run and let them die behind you. Righteous Flame is crazy. I know a lot of people know about Righteous Flame, but for newer-ish players and players that aren't as well seasoned as myself in this game yet, this build is definitely something I would suggest that you pick up and play, because this is going to be my league starter every single league now. It's allowing me to get through the campaign insanely fast, and you're just kind of moving along and blasting. You're going to be a little underleveled and or overleveled as you're going through the campaign, and this build is going to be super good for mapping. It's not crazy for boss damage yet, but that's because I don't have everything yet. I'm only level 39 because I'm not a master speedrunner just yet, but we are getting there. This build is just so easy. You could turn your brain off, throw on Netflix, throw on TikTok, whatever you want, and watch your favorite show while you're just kind of mindlessly playing. And when we get this AoE super big, then it's going to be even better. So let's go over everything. Let's talk about the build. So Righteous Flame, let's talk about how it works. So Righteous Flame is just engulfs you in a magical fire that rapidly burns enemies around you, okay? Now, Righteous Flame is going to drain our life. Okay, we burn 70% of our maximum energy shield per second as fire damage. We have 28 ES, very, very low, so we don't burn a whole lot of damage. However, in order to counteract this, you are required to get Fire Mastery, regenerate 1 life per second for each 1% uncapped fire res. This is mandatory. You have to have it or you will die, okay? Now, as you can see in my defenses here, everything is super overcapped. I have 79% fire resistance, and I'm overcapped at 238%. And my other resistances are super overcapped, which is fantastic. Courtesy of the Talislow cleansing water. Modifiers to fire resistance also apply to cold and lightning resistances at 50% of their value, and we're unaffected by ignite. So this buffs all of my other resistances, and we are immune to absolutely everything. This build is a tank. If you ever just wanted to be a tank and walk around and just destroy everything, this is the build for you. And I love it. I love this build. This is it for me. So that is how Righteous Fire works. Now let's get into the gear through the campaign. The main thing here is you can use scepters or you can use wands. It does not matter. If you guys want like an intro to how to get into this build and start it, I could definitely do that for you guys. But you want to start off with goat horn wands, or you could do scepters. Does not matter. You can do either one. You could do 2 of these for a little bit more damage, or you can do a scepter and a shield, so you can use shield charge if you want to get around the map a little bit faster. I'm opting for a little bit more damage right now, which is why I'm doing double scepter, but you can do that too. Shield charge just allows you to get through the map a little bit faster. Now, on the weapons themselves, the only thing you really care about is adds fire damage to spells. That's the only thing you really care about on here. That's it. I actually need to replace this one because I need the increased elemental damage. I have some back in my stash. 2 of the best ones that you can get are the crystal ones. So back here, and I'll just show you what I'm working with here. So in RF, I have these crystal wands, these crystal scepters, because they're going to give me 30% increased elemental damage. This already adds fire damage. This one, I'm going to add fire damage on it. But again, you can also use the shield. If you are going to use a shield, I recommend the tower shield because it's going to give you life, which is what you want here. You want to stack as much life as you possibly can. Goat horns, same thing. When you first start off with these, just add fire damage. Make sure to get those on there and you're good to go. Now, as far as the rest of your gear, you want to get to 4-link as soon as possible. When you're first starting out, you're not going to have access to Righteous Fire. You're going to get this in Act 2. So in the meantime, you're going to be doing Rolling Magma, which is just a shit skill, but it's the only one that we're going to be able to use for this build. It really sucks. I'm not a big fan of the skill. It's fine, but it just is not as good. So you'll rock Rolling Magma. Now, but your gear here, all you're going to do is basically just get ruby rings. You need a lapis amulet for the intelligence. And then everything else, you want to try to do armor and ES or armor and something else, but you want armor and a little bit of ES so that way we can have the damage here to actually be able to use Righteous Fire. And on every piece of gear, you want to craft, I haven't been able to on this yet, but you want to craft fire resistance. You craft fire resistance on absolutely everything that you have. That way you stack up as much fire resistance as possible. Now, I do want to preface this. You could probably get away. Pox mentions about having 150% fire res, which is this number here. I'm way over that. So if you don't want to craft it on absolutely everything, you can. But when you're first starting out in the early acts, I definitely recommend you do that. So that way you get up to that cap and then you're good to go to actually use Righteous Fire and do some damage. After that, though, you can change this up. I definitely recommend getting ruby rings. This is super easy to get. You just go grab an iron ring and you use and you sell it to the vendor with a red gem and it'll give you a ruby ring, so you can get those super early on. You get them at level 16 and you're good to go. Crazy fire resistance right away. Leather belt for life, and yeah, that's it, guys. That's all you need for the gear. As far as the skills themselves, you'll start off with Rolling Magma into Combustion as well as Elemental Proliferation. We're using Frostblink to move around with Arcane Surge. That way we can get it back faster, or cast it faster. Purity of Elements to just give us the immunity to everything. We have Vitality to give us some more life regen, which is huge. And then Righteous Fire paired with Efficacy, Elemental Focus Support, as well as Burning Damage. Okay, this is just going to give us a huge damage. You'll use this 4-link socket pretty much through the entire campaign, and then you're good to go. There is other things that you can do when you first start out. You can use the Holy Flame Totem, which is really, really good. It just applies some extra damage and just gives some really cool stuff. So, like, you can definitely do a Holy Flame Totem with added fire damage, which is just pretty straightforward. You just drop the totem down and you're good to go. Like, it's pretty straightforward. It draws enemy towards the totem and you can just throw it down and it's going to shoot at stuff. So, like, we can identify this here, activate. It shoots and you're good to go. It just kind of adds an extra layer there, if you want. But that's the new one, the Holy Totem Flame. But if you do the regular one, it drops 3. So yeah, it's the build is very straightforward, very, very easy to gear, and just like if I drop this totem down, it's going to shoot 3 out. It just applies some extra damage. It's super crazy good. Eventually, we're going to be playing Fire Trap, which I guess is huge for single target damage for us. So that's going to be great. Now, into the passive tree. You want to be a chieftain, so as soon as you get your first ascendancy, you're going to be taking life regen and then the cleansing water, like I mentioned. But this build, do not falter from this. You really need all of this stuff for this build to work. So we're taking life all the way through to Warrior's Blood for strength and threshold and regen. Versatility for more movement speed. You need the dex and intelligence. I still need a little bit more dex for some skills. We're taking all the strength nodes all the way up here. You're going to beeline all the way up here to come get Fire Mastery for the regenerate 1 life for each uncapped. After that, we grab Nomadic Teachings for more all res and increased fire res. We're going to take the Barbism here, Barbarianism. Then we're going to come up and we're going to grab all these nodes for Hardy, as well as regenerate 50 life per second. Then we shoot all the way up here. We're going to grab some Divine Judgment for some more elemental damage. Then we're taking some intelligence nodes up here. And I'm actually going to take this node here for my Holy Fire, which is going to give me more fire res and more fire damage over time multiplier. This is where we're at, guys, all the way up to level 39. And this is just so easy. You just fly through the game, kill everything. You're super, super tanky. You don't take a lot of damage. And it's just super fun and easy to play. So big shout out to Pox. I will link his channel and the build guide down in the description. So if you want the full details, go follow him and rock this build. If you're just starting out, you want something super easy to play. I mean, this thing is just, you just tank everything. You have so much life regen. Like, it's just very hard for them to be able to, like, kill you. And you just kill everything. Boom. You just kill everything. It is fantastic. I absolutely love this. It's super easy. You're just kind of flying through. Keep your potions popped so you can just speed roll. And that's it, man. You're just flying through. Now, the single target damage against the elites and the bosses isn't as good as killing the trash, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. You're gonna do just fine, let me tell you. But yeah, guys, like the video, comment down below, let me know what your league starter is for Keepers of the Flame. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.